What's up everybody, Doomwake here, and welcome to another modern video on the channel. We're going to be playing some RHINOS today. I wasn't able to record the modern metagame video this week. What I might try and do, because I just started my work schedule today, I might try and do that like later during the week when I have a little bit more time. Maybe we'll make that a thing like that's on Saturday or Sunday, and we'll just kind of recap the previous week. But for now, I don't know when I'm going to have time to do that one, so maybe look out for it this weekend, but I can't make any promises. Before we continue, make sure to hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and be sure to let me know in the comments section below what you thought of the video. So this particular list is coming from the Sunday Challenge, and it's a little bit different than previous RHINOS lists that we played. Not too much different, but let's go over what's different here. So this is 60 cards and 4 colors, which is most of the time that I've been playing, when I've been playing 4 colors, it's been 80 cards for Yorion. But this time we're just touching white for no Yorion, and we're playing with Ardent Plea and Teferi Time Raveler. You'll also notice that we're playing 60 cards, but we have 12 Cascade spells, so the full 4 copies of Ardent Plea, Violent Outburst, and Shardless Agent. The reason for this is it makes your deck a little more consistent. I will say that this particular setup is a lot worse against Blue-Eye Control because you're a little bit more all-in on the Cascade stuff, but there have been a lot less Blue-Eye Control floating around because I do think Blue-Eye Control is not in a great spot in the metagame, so as long as Blue-Eye is falling out of favor, I think this is a decent place to go. And we also have a split between Dead Gone and Bone Crusher Giant, and I think that is a decent way to go about it because against Luris specifically, well, against Hammer Time, I think you'd rather have more Dead Gods because Bone Crusher is just more expensive. But against like Crixus Shadow and Rakdos and Jund Saga, you'd rather have the 2-for-1 aspect of Bone Crusher Giant, so I think having a split there is pretty good. And then the rest of the deck, pretty standard. We have the 4 Footfalls, the 4 Barbers, the 4 Forces, the 4 Fire Ices. You'll also notice in the mana base, we have not only 2 copies of Gemstone Caverns in the main deck, but we got 2 more in the sideboard as well. And the reason for that is when you're on the draw in post-board games, you get to board up to 4 copies. So if your opponent is playing like a linear fast deck like Tron or Belcher, you're more likely to have a Caverns in your opening hand when you're on the draw, which is imperative because you almost always will need one to be able to beat those decks on the draw. So I like that change as well. Rest of the mana base, pretty standard 4-color stuff here. 1 of each Triumph, 1 of each Shockland, some fetches, that kind of stuff. And then moving on to the sideboard, we have the usual 4 Force of Vigor, 4 Endurance, 3 Mystical Dispute, and then the aforementioned Gemstone Caverns, and a couple of Blood Moons hanging out here. It is a little bit of a risky proposition to play Blood Moon in 4 colors, but we do have a basic Plains here, so, we have Plains plus a couple of ways to fetch it. I think it's okay. That is a card that I'm not 100% sure on in this particular configuration, but I think it is decent enough in the metagame, so I think it is worth playing ultimately. But those are the changes, and let's get into some RHINOS. I will see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Seems kind of awkward on the draw. I'm going to try it, though. Wish I was in the play with 3 Fire Ices. We already have 4 3-mana Teferis. Colony Garden? The hell does Colony Garden mean? Probably not good for me. It's probably Glimpse. What's my Glimpse matchup? Oh. Yawgmoth with a Colony Garden? You greedy person, you. You greedy person, you. What am I doing with Fire Ice? Guess I'm going to ice this. Why not Fury 2? Because your red count's not very high. I guess it's 12, but like, what would you cut for Fury? Do you want to cut Ambusher for Fury? Because if you cut Ambusher for Fury, you don't have enough red cards and white cards, right? Like, look at the way this deck looks. I also, I don't really know that if Fury is that much better. I guess this is, 12 red cards, 12 white cards. That's not enough. Like, having only 12 of each is pretty bad. So I think you'd almost have to cut Borrower at that point. Which is, I don't know if that's something I want to do. It's tough. Well, yeah, I mean, we could just play Yorion. Honestly, I think playing Yorion is the way to go. And just play everything like Amalgam did. I know that Gigi does not like Yorion and Rhinos, though. How does each Fury see 15 red cards? What do you mean? There's only 12 total. Oh, there's 16. Never mind. I miscounted. There's 16 red cards total. But it's 15, yeah. What I'm saying is the Solitude numbers aren't good enough. There's only 12, which is only 11, hypothetically. But yeah, the Solitude numbers aren't good enough. The Fury numbers are fine with this configuration, but the Solitude numbers are not good enough. But we could just play Yorion, which we might do. Gigi, why don't you like Yorion and Rhinos? Have you ever told me why you didn't like Yorion and Rhinos? I kind of want to try the Amalgam idea. I kind of want to try the Yorion idea with Quasali Ambusher. I think Ambusher might be legitimately good. No cap. I swear to God, I'm not capping. I think Quasali Ambusher might be legitimately good. I know it sounds like I'm capping, but I'm not. Trust. The card idea was bad. It was okay. I didn't mind it. I didn't love it. It was fine. Alright, what the hell am I supposed to do here? If I attack with both Rhinos, they put Yawgmoth on here. I cast Outburst, which forces them to go sack, counter, and then Sackgeist, counter. I lose the Rhino, but they take 5, 6, 7, and then I have 2 more Rhinos, which I think is fine. No, I actually like the Saheeli idea a lot. I actually think the Saheeli idea was legitimately good. Main thing is sealing your busted stuff less often, turn 2 ice, for example. Yeah, that's true. I do agree with you that there is definitely downsides. It was good, Ghidra. It was good. Something else to, like, you know, focus my mind on, and it was good. Read. What are they casting? Are they gonna court for Giant Arbor? Oh no, they're courting for the thing, the 1/1. Okay. So they're going to... I don't know what they're gonna do. Sack the 1/1 counter here, maybe? I don't know, we'll see what they do. Did I see benches, Jeskai, anti-mid? I did not. No, today was good. It was good. It was kind of boring, but... You know, the first couple of days are going to be like that. Okay. Are they trading? No. I don't know what they're doing. Dude, I got so punished for not playing my land precog back because I could have killed both of these. Well, no, I couldn't have, right? Can I mess them up pretty badly here if I cast Dead? Like, if I just dead the Geist in response, they have to sack the Wolf, right? I can mess them up really badly and then still just hold up Outburst. I think I like that. I definitely should have played my land first, though. This would have been so much better. But because this already has a counter on it, if they sacrifice the Young Wolf to put a counter on this again, then they lose the Young Wolf. So they only get to keep one of these two. Okay, it's fine. Petition to enable Booba. Why do you want to enable Booba? Why would you want to enable Booba? It's a fine emote. It just doesn't get that much usage. Like, when I see how these other people, like, you know, bigger streamers doing variety streams, they get a lot more use out of it, but I don't get any use out of it playing Magic. Like in a Magic stream, right? I don't know. You know what I mean? When are you going to use it? It's a good emote, but it's not something that you can just spam, you know? I mean, I guess you could, but of course, you would just spam it, but what's up, Bagaman? Eyes of the fallen deserve to take the spirits home. Sure. Steam vents. I cast my Rhino card. I cast my Rhino card. Shrub is near 100k viewers. Jeez, that's crazy. People love the Tarkov stuff. Never played that game. All right, so we're on the draw this time. Finally, let's bring these stupid caverns. I think Force of Negation and Teferi are the cards I want to cut against Yawgmoth. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, Shroud is just really good in general. Tarkov is definitely popping off too, yeah. I've watched a couple Tarkov streams. It seems like a fun game. We're not going to add Siege Rhino to this deck. I'm sorry, Nadu. Unless maybe for a donation deck. Just saying. I have seen the Aganjo land. That's the only spoiler that I saw today was the land. The white land. Did not see anything else. The white land looks pretty dope. The new Aganjo. That card looks really good. Four power tribal. No, it's definitely not the weak link. Experience really shows game is a very steep learning curve. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, the Tarkov streams that I've watched, I don't know half the shit that's going on in terms of like the in-game mechanics, but the gameplay looks fun for sure. I'm gonna keep. I have caverns into ice into shardless. I'm going to put back Sacred Foundry. I think is my worst land, and I do have Blood Moon in my deck, so I want to make sure I can get at least one basic. A distance we can see shining. Ignoble Hierarch. Do I dead or do I Fire Ice? I think I dead. Yeah, I think I dead. Because if I dead and they play 2 1-mana creatures, I can kill both of them. I still think your RHINOS is a good deck. I do. I think it's one of the better ways to build it. Personally, I think that Blood Moon stock is really high right now, so I would prefer to be playing Blood Moon, but I wouldn't fault you for playing your RHINOS. Because it does have a much better matchup spread against like the 4-color decks, and all the grindy people, like the grindy decks that people are playing, so. But I do think that as of right now, I would slightly lean towards some configuration that has Blood Moon, and I don't think the Yorion version can play Blood Moon. So. Yawgmoth. 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 Chandrakoth Prison with Into the Night. What is Into the Night? Is that a new card? Your sorcery becomes night, discarding of cards and draw them. Oh, that one. That card's interesting. Endurance, huh? Endurance, huh? What happens if I attack with both rhinos? Probably can't go that badly for me, right? Copium? I don't think it can. I mean, if they put Yawgmoth in the 3/3, sack a creature to make it a 2/2, I can still fire it, so they have to sack 2 things. What's up, keyboard? How you doing today? Light up the night. Ooh. What's this? This is a Court of Calling? No. Okay, that's fine. So they floated a mana. I guess if they were going to sack the wall, there's no reason not to. So I guess they can do this and just trade? I think I'm kind of okay with the trade. And if they sack the Hierarch... Okay, trade's fine. I think I just pass here, right? I fire this, they just sack it. They're at 8. I think I just pass. Yeah, I'm just gonna pass. I think I'm just gonna chill. Maybe chilling is bad because I might just cast the Endurance anyways. Yeah, that's fine. Whoa. Whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/2 green spider token with reach. Word. I guess I kill these two. Maybe? I don't care about those two. If one card left. If I kill those two, they just sack them both, make my Rhino a 2/2. Any spider gamers? I've literally never seen this card in the stack before. I guess I'll kill these two. I'm sure that's right. How's the first day back? It was okay. It was okay. A little boring, but, you know, got to get through the boring stuff before we can get to the good stuff, so it was good. Meet some new people and all that stuff. I need a RHINOS. It's not a RHINOS. Apparently spiders confirmed greater than RHINOS. Has anybody else ever seen this card in the stack in a game of Modern before? It's the first time I've ever seen it. Young Wolf. Okay. Honestly, I mean, it's got a pretty big body, right? It's got a pretty big body. Got a pretty big body. Couldn't they play Kumbal? Well, it doesn't do the same thing, right? It's not the same card. Like, this is better because it just makes bodies. That's the point of it, right? And they're at 4. It's pretty low. Just saying. They're at 4. We want to draw lands. Okay. Just pass? I could attack with everything and bin these 2 creatures to get 1 damage in, which means they would not be able to sacrifice any creature, or else they would die. Or I could wait and try to get them to sacrifice 2 creatures. Oh, no, because they can proliferate. Okay, yeah, I can't attack. Yeah, they're just going to proliferate, yeah. Okay. So attacking's bad. But if they sacrifice 2 creatures and they die, they're not going to. They're going to play around the 2 damage spell. Yeah, they're eventually just going to start attacking me, right? This game's going to be tough. Unless they mess up and take damage somehow. Or I draw another shock. Which I have 4 left in my deck. I have 2 Fire Ice, 2 Bone Crusher left. It's really bad for me. It's really, really bad for me. So they go to 6. Fuck. Okay. What are my outs? I don't even know what my outs are at this point. Okay. What I consider is the best full art basics I've seen. I like these quite a bit. I like the other ones too, the unstable ones. Basically, all of the unlands I love. Unstable, unglued, unhinged, all of them. They're all sick. I think these are my personal favorite, but Stismore full text. Nah. I bought those as a troll, but they're not actually that good. Would have won if they didn't draw the ooze too. It's a sedge. Maybe they pay 2 life somehow. Yeah, but if they pay 2 life, they can just gain more life. I don't know. I'm fucked. I am fucked. I don't think I have any outs. Green. All right, we'll move on to the next game. They can't gain more life. Well, they can. They can pay a life to sacrifice a creature and then gain the life back with the ooze. So they're just going to stay at 6 the entire game. So I technically had another draw step for like a shock or something. I don't know. Also, always forget to do this because I'm not used to playing 4 caverns. Someone who played mostly Arena and some Paper Commander, what deck would be good to get into Modern MTGO? One of the cheaper decks on Magic Online and one of the best decks in the format would probably be Hammer Time. And if you want to check them out, definitely utilize the rental service feature. If you want to check out Mana Traders, I have a code. Just use promo code Doomwake, and it'll get you 15% off your first 2 months, I think. But yeah, I would recommend Hammer Time for sure. And the rental services are excellent. Alright, we will be on the play. No Cascade spell. I think this hand's a keep, though. Go Jeskai Triumph Forest. It's not an ideal hand, but I think it's okay. They play a 1-drop, I'm probably just going to kill it. Although, if it's a 1 toughness creature, there is some consideration to icing this turn. Because if, let's say, I ice this turn, and they just play a second Ignoble Hierarch, then I can just annihilate them with the fire. So I think I'm actually down to ice here. It looks weird, but I think it's better. because it's still the same thing, and I'm planning on casting a fire next turn regardless. But I get the cycle, and I get the upside of potentially getting 2 mana creatures with it. Okay, it's not ideal. So if they just go like Wall Hierarch, I can kill both of them. Well, kill the 2 Hierarchs. Okay. Hand's like kind of Thoughtseize proof. I guess they probably take the Cascade spell, but 12 to 18. They have dealt themselves a lot of damage. They've dealt themselves a lot of damage. They're going to take both Fire Ices? I am okay with that. If I brick on land, I'm just going to bounce their thing. Just to tempo them out. They know about the borrowers anyways. Sure. Sure. Just need a land. Land and we're in a commanding position. Not a land. Tilt. I'm going to take 2 and wait till end step, because I'd much rather bounce a mana creature than a Geist. There'd be epic spells that would be viable in Modern today. You'd be like the epic mechanic? No, they're all pretty bad. Are you saying, like, if they designed a new epic spell and it did something different, would it be? I don't know. I don't know what it would have to do. Land. Okay, land's good. Do you think the Cowboys are a good team or a good bad team? No, they're a good team. Come on, Enigmatic. Unless that's just the copium talking. I think they're good. Dak's been playing out of his mind this year. Dak has been playing out of his mind this year. Yeah, no, I know what the epic mechanic is. What would an epic card have to be like for it to be playable in Modern? What if it was like 6 mana? What if it like... Okay, so Primeval Titan enters the battlefield, searches for any 2 lands, puts them onto the battlefield. What if it was... what if it was like 4 GG, sorcery? Search your library for 2 land cards, put them onto the battlefield. Epic. But no body, just a sorcery. No, I'm saying Our Promise, but Our Promise doesn't have epic. I'm saying if you took the card and just gave it epic, right? So 4 GG, search for any 2 lands, put them onto the battlefield, epic. That's the text on the card. Would it be good? You don't think it's good? It's probably not. It's probably too slow. I mean, you would just Valakut people, right? Like, you would cast it, get 2 Valakuts, and then next turn, do it again, get more mountains stuff. Primetime is probably better. I think there are maybe matchups where that card could be better. That'd be the best card ever printed, right? What if it cost 5 mana? So it's just like 3 GG, make 2 4/4s, epic. That'd be too good? Probably not, right? Like, how fast can you cast that? I'm not even sure that would be too good, right? What if it was 1/4/4? Well, that's 5 mana for 1/4/4. So that's too much mana, right? Maybe at like 3 or 4 mana? I don't think I'd pay 5 for 1 every turn. I think I'd pay 4, like starting it at 4. Living End again. Ow. Epic is basically you just cast the same spell over and over again. They're probably not going to fetch, but if they have a cycler, they will fetch. Actually, they're 100% going to fetch. From your mouth. Oko return, +3 turn an online permanent to a Rhino, +3 make 2 foods, -6. Oko returned. Crashing Okos. Make Oko fair again. I need a blue source. Preferably a blue source that casts... Well, I guess all the blue sources cast Shardless Agent, but... Because I want to be able to go Shardless and hold up the Force. Okay, that's pretty good too. If I draw a land, I'm just going to cast this. Because if they don't have Force, they probably lose. Alright. Tilt. I guess I have to hope they only have Shardless Agent and no Outburst, and then I can force rip a land play to Fairy. +3, turn a non-land permanent into a Rhino. +3, make 2 food. Not only only 2 food? What about 3 food? Well, they didn't. Ugh. Am I getting debated? Like, if they had the Outburst, they should have upkeeped it, right? Unless they just don't have an upkeep stop. The shitty thing about this is I can't hold up Outburst. Because I have Fountain Plains. This would be so much better if I could hold up Outburst and Force. I mean, if I play Teferi and they don't have a Cascade spell, they just force this, that's fine. I think I have to pass, though. Feels bad, but I think I have to pass. Well, if I play Teferi and they Outburst, I guess I can bounce the Curator. Maybe that was better. I played Teferi, they Outburst, and then I bounce Curator, they have a Street Wraith and an Architects, which I can maybe beat. That might have been better, yeah. Fringe wants another deck tech. What you got for me, Fringe? Blood Fountain Affinity. Did play with this on the YouTube at some point. One with the Machine. I do not like that card. I do not like One with the Machine at all. I like the concept, and I definitely love the idea of playing Blood Fountain in Affinity, but I would definitely not play One with the Machine. It's too much mana. It's just too expensive. So what I would do is I would go... I like the 4 Enforcer, 4 Companion, 4 Monitor split. I would play 4 Frogmite. So I don't like Master because I don't like I don't like anything that's like clunky and shit. So I think I would cut the Masters, cut the One with the Machines. I don't... Why are we playing 10 Talismans? That's so many. I don't like the Talismans that much. Also, I would never play, like, Talisman over Drum. Like, I'd much rather just play Ornithopter, Max on Drums, and play the cheaper Affinity cards. You know? Did Yellow Hat 5 with Blood Fountain Affinity? I know he was playing Blood Fountain Affinity today. Okay, this actually works out really well for me. Because now I can just hardcast Force and play Teferi. Did I somehow clinch victory from the jaws of defeat? I mean, they could add their own Force, but... There was another YouTube video, Andrew 7 showed out a bunch of 4/4s. Yeah, it's just like... To see if this resolves. I have to go for Teferi here, I think. I just can't imagine playing a 4-mana card that doesn't impact the board. You know? Like, I understand the upside of playing a card like that, but it's a 4-mana card that doesn't impact the board, and I'd much rather just lower the curve and play cheaper cards. You know what I mean? So my build would be, like, the 8 0-mana creatures, 4 Frogmites, and then these 12. That's 24. 4 Blood Fountain is 28, 4 Drum is 32. I'd play 4 Thoughtcast, 4 Plating, and I think that would be my entire deck. And then like a couple 1-ofs for Saga, but not too much, like a Shadow Spear, a Spell Bomb, stuff like that. But I would just focus on the cheaper aspect of it. And I think that's where you need to focus the deck on. Like, I guess, like, the idea of Talisman into this is kind of cool, but I think this card's just a little too slow. So I would just focus more on the Springleaf Drum 0-mana creature, and then Frogmites too. Sideboard, I like Stub if you're going to play 4 Companion, 4 Enforcer. I like Dispatch. Fragmentize is fine. I like Needle. I'm like kind of soft on Cage. Teferi is okay. Sideboard seems fine for the most part, but I would change the main deck like that, I think. They suspended a Living End, huh? Okay, so their hand's just garbage. Alright. I guess I might still win this game somehow. Their hand's that bad. How many counters does Living End have? It's 3, right? Okay. Yeah, you want Cradle Bleeding too. No, actually, Dispatch is really good. I like Dispatch a lot, because Dispatch kills Merc Dead Regent. If you're interested in the video, it's got Blood Machine Affinity if you tend to watch. No worries, Fringe, yeah. I actually, if you want to check out the YouTube Fringe, I don't know if you saw it, but I actually have a Blood Fountain Affinity YouTube video that I 5-0'd with. I would definitely go check that out. That was my version, and I'll show you it real quick. I can pull it up. YouTube Studio. It might be on the Stream Deck, or don't quote me on that, but it might be. Where'd it go? Grief. I'm just gonna stomp the Grief. But yeah, the deck list that I played in the YouTube video, which I'll drop a link for. There's the deck list. But just if you wanna, just for comparison's sake, I'll show it to you on screen real quick. This is what I played in the video, so it's like Midnight Thopter. I didn't have the full Companion and Mirror Enforcer, but I was considering it after I played this deck. But yeah, 4 Fountain, 4 Drum, 4 Plating. I had a couple Nettlecyst too, just as additional payoffs, but you could, take or leave those. But that was my list. I was a big fan of that deck. I think Blood Fountain really makes a... I think Blood Fountain is really good in Affinity. I mean, I'm just gonna shove, right? Wait, do I have lethal? Stomp this. I have lethal, right? Or fire this. And then Violent Outburst. Attack for 13. Okay, cool. How the fuck did I win this game? How did I win this game? Their draw must have been awful. They must have had the 3rd Living End in their hand or something. What's up, Magic? Events STGN. Scape Shifts. Some cool stuff going on there. Yeah, but Path gives him a land keyboard smash, as chat was saying. So we're on the draw against Living End. We wanted to do Caverns, Endurances, Disputes, and Blood Moons. And I think I wanted to cut all of the removal, right? Or no, we wanted to cut Please. Cut Please, please. Is that bad? Wait, what else did we cut? Oh, I was in the play last time. I cut 3 Caverns in the play. What the hell do I cut on the draw against them? Did I just submit 63? I mean, I can cut 2 lands, right? Because I'm bringing in 2 Caverns. Think I can maybe cut 2 fetch lands. This is weird. Should I cut 3 lands? I can cut at least 2, right? Cut like 2 Flooded Strands, maybe? Or what if I cut the Triome? Because I'm bringing in Blood Moon. I kind of want the fetches, right? So I can fetch basics for Blood Moon. And then cut, like, the 4th Borrower? Or Fire Ice is pretty bad on the draw, right? Let's try with Fire Ice. So on the draw with Endurance to Fairy. It's not the best hand, but I think it's keepable. Scape Shift list does look interesting, huh? I do love me some Tribell there. This is like the OG Scape Shift control deck with Cryptic and Remand. I always love the way these decks look. I don't know how well they play out in practice, but they always look really good. Really, dude? Really, dude? I'm going to save the fetches because I kind of want to get basics, maybe. What do you think to include Gazali Ambush in this deck against Ragavan? It's funny you say that, Heels, because we're gonna after we're done with this league, I'm gonna play a list with Gazali Ambusher. Chat's been talking about it all day because I think Spike mentioned it on his stream. I was watching Spike on my lunch break and he was talking about it. So we're gonna play a little bit of Gazali Ambusher after this. I want to try it out. Hopefully we get to play against Ragavan, but brief me, bro. Ooh. Good draw, good draw, good draw. Now I can just tap out for Teferi next turn. And if they grief me, my hand is just 3 really good cards. Endurance, Tef, and Force. This is the recipe to beat Living End. Because if they grief me, they can't go for it. Unless they just have double grief, but... Okay. If they don't have a mana up, I'm slamming this Teferi. I think maybe even if they leave a mana up, I might go for it. Even though it's awkward if they have Dispute. The problem is I can't... Oh, I guess I drew a green card. I could just play Shardless. And still have Force plus Endurance up. Or I could play Teferi, get Disputed. This is way better if they have Dispute, though, right? Because then if they go land, Cascade spell, Dispute my Force, I have the Endurance. I think I'm going to play Shardless. I think I like this better. I think if I didn't draw a green card, I maybe would have played Teferi, but... Drawing a green card makes this a little bit easier, I think. I guess if they have Grief plus Cascade spell plus Dispute, then I get got, but... Magic Gates put out a video today with Ambusher. Oh, that's true. Yeah, I saw that, Crevice. People were talking about that, too. It does sound really sweet. Like, the card is pretty good against Ragavan. And I think it kind of reduces the need to play a card like Dead Gone, right? Because you're only playing Dead Gone because it's good against Turn 1 Ragavan. But if you had Ambusher, you wouldn't need Dead Gone as much because you just have Turn 1 Ragavan covered anyways, right? I'm going to lead on Force. Because them not knowing I have Endurance, they almost certainly will fight back. I guess they could have Force and Subtlety, but... They don't play that many Subtleties, I think. They usually only have 2. Last time I did get Subtlety, though. I want them to fight back because of the Endurance. They might not fight back. Force pitch shardless. Alright. Show me the subtlety. You did not have the subtlety. Dope. So I get a 3-4, they get nothing. I'm going to shuffle my footfalls back in. Follow you. Let me get its fairy to follow up next turn. Might have another counterspell, but... Imagine playing turn 1 DRC and you fetch play... Yeah, I know, right? Can you imagine? You're just like, turn 1 Scalding Tarn, go. Oh, wait, no, you can't get a... Ambush, you need a forest and a plains, right? What's the text on it? You need a forest and a plains, correct? So, if you play Scalding Tarn, you can't actually ambush them. Okay, yeah. Because there's no fucking Bant Triome. Just wait till we get the Bant Triome. The card's even more broken. Just play Scalding Tarn on turn 1 and pass. You just get ambushed. Alright, well, if they have Dispute and a Cascade spell, we're probably still going to lose this game. Kind of have a feeling they have Dispute, given the way they played this game. Maybe another Force. Alright. Sucks. Did not think I was going to be in this position. Maybe I should not have bled on Shardless. Maybe I should have let into Fairy. I mean, at this point, they almost certainly will, right? I don't think it's a question of if. I think it's a question of when. I mean, like, is it really going to change that much? They've already made the other ones. It's not going to change that much, right? Attack with the O2 Manadork and Enchantress, so opponent was tapped out. Tied to an ambusher. It's dope. Alright. This matchup sucks. This matchup really sucks. I don't really know. I mean, I don't really think we can make this matchup better. We have 4 Force of Negation, 4 Endurance, 4 Teferi, 3 Mystical Dispute. Like, I don't really know how we can make it even better. We literally have all of the cards that we could possibly play. I mean, I guess you could cut Crashing Footfalls for Rest in Peace, but... just, like, try to beat them with Borrower Endurance? Maybe. They wouldn't see it coming, for sure. Are there other matchups that I would want to do that in? The problem with doing something like that against Grixis Shadow is you need a threat density, right? If your plan is only cascading the Rest in Peace, you're not going to beat Grixis Shadow with Borrowers and Endurances, I don't think. Yeah, Leyline of the Void maybe, but... no, because they still would have had the 5/5, which I can't target Mav. I don't know, maybe, but it's dicey. Santa's Endurance plus nothing. Can I really mulligan this hand? I'm gonna keep it. How was work? It was alright. A little boring, just doing some compliance stuff today, but it's the first couple of days are going to be like, so. You seen the Quasali Ambusher tech? Yes. People have been asking about it all night, GF. People have been asking about it all night. We're going to play some Quasali Ambushers after this, don't you worry. The next league, I will have 4 copies of Quasali Ambusher in my deck. I promise, chat. For those of you who want the juicy Quasali Ambusher content, just stay here for about another hour or so. While you're here, follow stream. That's the least you could do. So you play a fetch land, and your opponent attacks with their Ragavan. You sacrifice the fetch land, get a Temple Garden, boom, your Ragavan's dead. Just take that Ragavan and throw it in the trash. Take that Ragavan, put it right in the trash. Didn't know this card existed. It's been around. It's been a meme for a little bit. Oh. You know what I want to do? I kind of want to just cast Brace and Borrower and just hold up Double Endurance. I mean, either way, I can just pass, right? I just hold up Outburst. I don't know if I'm going to cast Borrower or Outburst, but Sand gives me options. And you can mutate onto it. Chat's still trying to get me to play, what's the card? What was the mutate card that chat wanted me to play? Vadrock? Alright, do we think we Borrower, or do we think we Outburst? Not gonna lie, I'm just gonna cast Borrower. This might be stupid, but... if I draw another green card, then I can safely cast the Outburst next turn. Yeah, it's been a meme for a little bit now. But just wait until we get Bant Triome and Naya Triome. It's going to be even more busted. It's going to be... okay, sure, green card. I'm not going to cast the Outburst main phase. I'm just going to hold it up. I'm just going to type for 3 and pass. Exhausted. Yeah. Cycle. I guess I could have hard cast Endurance there. Well, they didn't have Dispute up. I mean, I'm just going to cast Outburst and have double Endurance up. I can't really imagine that going poorly for me, right? Copium? Maybe I didn't even have to cast the Outburst here. I'm not dead yet. They might counter this? Kind of fine with that. Sure. Alright. It's been countered. Attack for 3. I'm just gonna chill. Should I hardcast the Endurance now? They have 5 cards. No, I'm gonna chill. I'm gonna chill. Then I've stopped playing it because the main matchup was dedicated, was burned back in the day. They're playing Rocks 3-4 for 3 instead of... yeah. We did play against Living End last round too, yeah. We ended up losing. It's weird. I feel like this matchup should be so much better when we have 4 Endurance, 4 Teferi, 4 Force Negation, 3 Dispute. So they're going to take it Endurance, but then I can just EOT the Outburst and hold up Endurance. I probably should Outburst in response, right? And they take 9? Yeah, I should Outburst in response. Because they can't Living in me here. So this is going to resolve. Giving up on me. And then they go take an Endurance, Chump Block, go to 1, but then I still have Endurance up. So they need... I don't know what they need. I need something. They're also just dead to most of my non-creature cards, like Fire Ice, Borrower, Bone Crusher, Dead Gone. Dead to all those cards. Well, I boarded most of those out, I guess, but... Heartbreak, Consuming Me. That one's actually a pretty good draw, even though it doesn't look like it, because now I can go Hardcast Endurance, pay for Dispute. Because one of the ways they could have got me was land 6, Cascade, Dispute my Endurance, but now they can't do that. GG's, my opponent says. Sweet. 2-0 chat. 2-0. On the draw, Gemstone Caverns against Lurrus. Okay, against Lurrus, I think I'm pitching Force. I guess I could also pitch the second Cascade spell. And then just keep Force, pitch, tap, Cascade spell. It's probably better, right? It's probably a little bit better. It's a lot worse if they're discard spell deck, though. Better if they're Hammer Time, worse against discard spell. But, like, I'm with this version that has 12 Cascade spells, even against discard, I'm way more likely to want to pitch a Cascade spell because I have 12 of them in my deck. So. Best pronunciation of enigmatic I've heard from a USA streamer. Oh no! I don't have the Ambusher! And shout out to the Ambusher, by the way. Next league, we would have got that. We would have ate that Ragavan for breakfast. I can't bounce it, though, which I will do. Just wait till the next league. Let me get these Ambushers in my deck. We have to change the mana base, though. If we're going to play 4 Ambusher, we can't play 4 Scalding Tarn, because Scalding Tarn does not get Temple Garden. So. Something we have to consider. Is there a good black-white-red deck? I forgot the name. Mardu? Is there a good Mardu deck now? I'm just going to play Tef here. Is there a good Mardu deck? I don't really know if there's a good Mardu deck. I don't think so. I guess you could play the Rakdos deck in Splash Ending, but it's not really a good Mardu deck, I would say. Just let that go. Yeah, Red-Black Splash for Ending is technically Mardu. The last Mardu deck that I played, I think, was the Mardu Asmo Turns deck, which was, I mean, it was fun, but I wouldn't necessarily call it a good deck. Unless you're, you're huffing the copium like I am. Opponent just put 4 stars in the chat. Can we get some 4 stars in the chat? I think I know what that meant. I think I know what they're trying to say. Like some of the best 1-drops. Yeah, I think the issue with Mardu is just like, why would you play Mardu over Rakdos? Wherever I go, she go. I typed Sag in chat because they gave me a sad face. Team 4-star? I don't get the reference. Maybe I should, but I don't get the reference. Unholy Heat. Targeting Shardless Agent. Alright, it's dead. They have 3 card types. Okay. So, about that Fire Ice, huh? So they have Delirium, which means my Fire Ice is kind of a blank now. If they didn't hit Delirium, I don't think I would have forced this, but now I... Oh, wait. No, they're just dead, right? No, I have to force this. Yeah, I have to force this. If they didn't get Delirium, I think I would have let that resolve, but... Because I could have just killed both of these. But now I'm just going to go plus attack for 8. Okay. That makes things easier, huh? Makes things a little bit easier. Watch DBZ abridged. My opponent said no way. Yes way. Insane top deck. I have 12 of them. Insane top deck has been called. I only put 12 of them in my deck. Maybe that's why there's 12 of them in my deck. Tell them about MTGO Premium. You too can have MTGO Premium for the low, low price of $17.99 a month. I just made up a number. That's not actually the price. I'm not allowed to disclose that information. Do I even want Caverns against Luris? Maybe. Endurance Gucci. Force not Gucci. Like, I don't know. Caverns is not too bad. Maybe like a third Caverns, but not all four. Because like putting yourself down a card is still pretty bad against Shadow, right? Yeah, let's not talk about the last League Slinger. This league is going much better. Let's pretend that league didn't happen. I don't know. How many Caverns do you think you won against Grixis Shadow? I don't really know. It's like, theoretically, you always want 4 Caverns in the draw, but do you want to do that against the Thoughtseize deck? I'm not sure. Like, maybe if I quad Cavern them, I'm supposed to Blood Moon them, but also, what are you cutting? You know? How was the first day pack selling my soul to capitalism? It was uneventful. We'll call it uneventful. Didn't do that much. I watched twitch.tv/AspireSpike a lot of the day. Hope my boss isn't here. Just kidding. Just kidding. I didn't do that. I don't know. I really don't know how many Caverns or Blood Moons I want against them. Day one. Didn't take that long, huh? Yeah. Did not take that long. Alright, I'm just gonna submit this. I don't know. I really don't know. I know. I'm gonna kinda land for a third Caverns. I think 3 Caverns is fine. Like, Blood Moon is okay, but I don't even know if I want it on the draw. How did we go 1-3? We lost 3 matches. That's how we went 1-3. We played 4 matches of Modern, and I lost 3 of them. Opponent insta-mulled the 5. They didn't even think about it. It was a snap mull to 5. Like, I kept my hand. Before I could even finish clicking on the keep notification, the thing popped up that already said they mulled to 5. Instantly mulled to 5. Ah, man. I'm very, very sad. Just wait till this next league when we have these fucking Quasali Ambushers in our deck. Our opponents are always going to attack their Channelers and Ragavans into our Misty Rainforest, and we're just gonna... God, it's gonna be so good. I'm super excited to play this next league. I cannot wait, chat. This next league is gonna be lit. Alright, how about a Fire Ice off the top? Mod check Fire Ice. Not exactly. They sometimes have Spell Pierce in the sideboard, so I think I should just fire this now. Or Bone Crusher this now. Can I get a 1-hour ban real quick so I can actually go to the gym instead of shitposting? I believe in you, Kale. I think you can do it yourself. I believe in you, Kale. And before Zero Rag and DRC. Yeah, we're just going to play against Control 5 times. I'm going to look embarrassing for having Quasali Ambusher main deck. Chat, while you're here, while I have you here, don't forget, you can subscribe with Twitch Prime for free if you have Amazon Prime. I'm just saying. I'm just gonna put that out there. Just gonna put that out there. Fat Clouds for Corey. Should I main phase this Outburst? pretty bad if they have explosives. But if they have explosives, they're just going to main phase it anyways. It's way better against Drown. It's a tough turn. I could also just hold up Endurance, which is maybe better, because they can't Drown that anyways. They can dress down the Endurance, but then I guess I could just block a Channeler. Yo! A Hubbard's got 5 on it. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. If you got gifted a sub from A Hubbard, be sure to thank them in the chat. Thank you so much. Appreciate that, buddy. Alright, I'm going to main phase the Outburst. With the second Footfalls, or with the second Outburst in hand, I think this is okay. Like, obviously they're just not going to attack into it unless they have the explosives, but... Seriously, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. That's very generous of you. Appreciate the support, Hubbard. Hope you're having an excellent day today. Pick up Luris? Okay, well, their hand sucks. I think I'm still going to play around explosives, because I probably can afford to. I'm just going to attack and pass. Costing Gray, thank you so much for the 3 months of Prime. Appreciate you, buddy. Welcome back, welcome back. Says, yo, yo, yo. What up? Dress down, upkeep. Okay, let's let the Surveil triggers resolve. And they put a card on top of their library. What if I Endurance them before the Dress Down resolves? Because if they kept the card on top, I think it's explosives. And I don't want to play the Outburst. But if I wait on the Endurance... Well, I guess... This is tough, right? So let's assume the top card is explosives. I let Dress Down resolve, they draw the explosives, they play explosives, attack, I play Endurance, block 1, they pop the explosives, go to 3. This is tough, isn't it? I'm gonna let it go. Because the thing is, they don't actually have anything good in their graveyard right now anyways. Like, the only thing in their graveyard for Luris is Ragavan, but I'd much rather eat the explosives and or the Dress Down. You know what I mean? So even though if I cast the Endurance this turn, I'm not going to get the trigger doesn't matter with this is their graveyard, right? What's up, TP? How you doing, buddy? So explosives I expect. I expect the explosives. I mean, if they don't have it, they just lose anyways, but... Okay, so maybe Drown? Well, they just lose if they drown the Endurance, right? Yeah, they just lose if they drown the Endurance. I guess they don't lose because they have 3/3s, but... No, they still lose, right? Okay, they have another Dress Down. Oh, and then these lose Trample. Right, I get it. These lose Trample now. I see. Gotcha. So, if they don't chump block... Oh, no, because I can go... I can go Tef, bounce a Channeler... Attack with everything. They have to chump these two and go to 3. Because if they just chump 1, right? I have some spare money. Do you want to give me some insider trades? I don't think I'm at liberty to discuss that information. I guess I can attack with everything, and if one thing is unblocked, they die, right? Because Violent Outburst would be 4 plus the Bone Crusher Giant, so I can just attack with everything first. Yeah. Stack with everything. They have to chump block all 3 to not die. Teferi 1 stomp another. It's not enough, right? Teferi 1 stomp 1. Oh, it is. Yeah, Teferi 1 stomp 1. Yeah, you're right, I'm dumb. Okay, well, it didn't matter. You're right, I'm dumb. I could have just went Tef 1 stomp 1, they block here, take 7. You're right. This is also good enough, but yeah, I could have done it the other way too. You're right. I mean, if they chump block with all 3 of their creatures, they're also not winning, right? Like, they're never winning if they chump block with all 3 of their creatures. Nice hand. Nice hand. This hand's perfect, right? There is absolutely nothing wrong with this hand. It's totally fine. Totally fine. What could possibly go wrong? Okay, this hand is actually quite good. So I'm going to... Do I ship Teferi? I think what I do is put this on the bottom and exile Teferi with the Caverns. So I can go turn 1 this, turn 2 this. I think that makes sense, right? I could get greedy and ship a land, but... yeah, just missing an Ambusher. I mean, to be fair, all of our hands are going to be missing an Ambusher, right? I can't wait for the Ambusher YouTube content. The YouTube people are going to love the Ambusher. Oh my god. I'm just like, I'm salivating at playing these Ambushers, dude. Oh my god. Dude, if we had a fucking Ambusher in hand, can you imagine? Can you imagine if we had an Ambusher in hand? Just imagine. Just imagine. Kozali, Ambusher you. I'm just going to Time Walk them. Time Walk is a good card. Man, we effectively have 8 copies of Time Walk in our deck, huh? 4 Fire Ice, 4 Petty Theft, 8 Time Walks. It's pretty good that we have 8 Time Walks in our deck. Recasting Ragavan? Oh my god, do they not have a land? Oh, they do. Lucky. I'm gonna save the fetch. Just put less cards in my graveyard for potential drowns. I mean, if they have drown, they're gonna drown the Rhino anyways, but... Should maybe play some Little Kid Green with Ambusher, Whitley Fleech, and Luxodon Smiter. Look, I'm not gonna go that deep. I'm just trying to turn 1 Ambusher Ragavan. That's all I'm trying to do. That's all I'm trying to do. And you better believe I'm screenshotting that and posting it to YouTube, or to Twitter, excuse me. If I get somebody's turn 1 Ragavan with Ambusher, that shit is going to Twitter. That's going to be the best Twitter picture of all time. You can farm all of the clout. The Quasali clout. That's all I'm really here to do is farm clout, if we're being honest with each other. DRC. DRC hold up drawn. I hope they cast another spell. Deece. Deece. This works out pretty well for me, huh? I think I'm going to offer the trade. There's not really a lot of reason not to, right? Might as well offer the trade. I guess trade's worse with the Crooks in the graveyard. Is trading bad here? Actually, trading might be bad. Yeah, because they just go trade here, fetch land, Crooks of me. Yeah, I don't trade. I definitely don't trade. Easy no trade. If they want to chump block the Rhino, that's fine. But I fucked up because I obviously should have played play first if I wasn't trading. I thought I was attacking with both, and then I realized that's stupid, so I did miss a point of damage there. Should have played this first. Alright, well, it didn't matter. Didn't matter. Alright, what did we do against Shadow last time? Endurance. It was just Endurance for Force, right? And then I think we swapped the Fetch for a Cavern on the draw. Yeah, we'll do that again. I still, like, there's arguments for bringing in Dispute against them. The problem with Dispute against Crixus is they only have 8 targets. It's like, I don't know, I found it not ever that good against Crixus Shadow. I don't know how y'all feel about Dispute against Shadow. How do you guys feel about Mystical Dispute against Crixus Shadow? I'm not a huge fan of it. It's okay. Maybe it depends on what deck you're playing, but I just don't think they have enough targets for it, you know? Normally, I would bring in the 4th Gemstone on the draw. The problem is they're playing a Thoughtseize deck, so I don't always want the Gemstone. It's weird. Like, I kind of want the 4th one, but at the same time, they are a Thoughtseize deck, so I kind of don't. It's weird. You know what I mean? Depends on how much you need to fight over Drown. Yeah, that's a good point, Lacy Dog, yeah. And maybe this deck does want to fight over Drown more frequently because of Crashing Footfalls. So maybe for that reason I should be bringing Dispute. Because Drown is so good at fighting over Footfalls. My hand is kind of Thoughtseize proof, so that's kind of why I kept this hand, because it's really bad. It's good against Thoughtseize. Yeah, I don't think they're keeping in Dress Down in this matchup. Alright, I have all my basic lands. We have a Kroxa. Trust me, opponent, I got lands to discard to Kroxa. I got lands to discard to Kroxa. They know about the island. They know about the plains. So these are the cards they know about. Yeah, we're going to play some more Rhinos, but we're going to play with Quasali Ambusher after this league. I just get rid of the Misty, right? I don't have any doubles. I guess I have Endurance. Yeah, that was bad if I draw Endurance. That was definitely bad if I drew Endurance. That man sucks. That's alright, I'll just draw Shardless Agent. Just watch, chat. I'll draw Shardless Agent. Top card of my library is Shardless Agent. Or Scalding Tarn. Scalding Tarn works too. Are we supposed to get the other Triomes? Well, I don't want to fetch because I don't want them to know. Oh, I guess I could have got the Triome with this, but I don't want them to know about this land because they don't know this card in my hand. Well, we're just going to lose to Crux anyways, so who cares? Describe my companion. What if my companion is Quasali Ambusher? Oh, you're talking about the new Triomes. Yeah, I think we're going to get the new Triomes. I would assume we are. Amanda has cast a Blind Predictor too? What gives you that impression? I've actually never cast that card in my lifetime. It's almost like that was a turn too late. So, attack. Go to 11. Take 6, go to 5. Fetch shock to 2. You're so dead. It's almost like I drew that a turn too late. I wonder if I should just discard the Endurance now. Because I can't really afford to fetch Shock to cast this. Which means I'm not casting it this turn, and my best draw... I mean, I guess I could draw Brazen Borrower. And then I could go, like, bounce this, hold up Endurance or something. I don't know. I'm going to discard the Endurance. I guess now if I draw Borrower, I can bounce and cast the Borrower. Fetch Shock Chump seems better than discarding it. Not if they have Drown. Because then I just take 3, cast it, and then get Drown and take 6 more anyways, right? Then I just die. I just lose if they had... I guess I'm going to lose if they had Drown anyways, but... I mean, I can't really play around anything, right? I'm just going to lose to whatever they have regardless. Like, I just can't beat a spell. I can't beat literally any spell. So it probably doesn't matter. I guess if they counter this and I rip Teferi, maybe I'm back in it. Like, they fight over this and I draw Teferi, bounce this. Okay, we're just trying to throw land. Did I draw a spell this game? Because I kept Outburst, Footfalls, right? I drew 1 spell. I drew Endurance. The only spell I drew, I discarded to Croxa. Yeah, can we unfran? Yeah, nice Thoughtseize. Nice Thoughtseize, opponent. Black, black, red. Do they somehow not have a removal spell? Okay. Maybe they don't attack then. I mean, they probably still should attack, right? Just force the double block. I block. Do I have any outs? Probably not. I mean, I guess Cascade spell and hope they don't have any other spells. Probably starts with the Cascade spell, right? Oh my god. Yeah. It's hilarious. Oh man. Oh man, Crooks. All right, you win. All right, you beat a person who drew 1 spell and 7 lands. I'm proud of my opponent. I drew 1 spell, 7 lands, and they got me. Got me real good. Attack with my lands, yeah. That's the strat. They considered adding spells. Alright, new sideboard plan. Won't let me submit. I can't submit. Why can't I submit? Okay, what if I do this? I'm only at 49? Man. Alright, so we have to add... How many of these? 62? Alright, perfect, right? 11 lands. It can't possibly get mana flooded. Wouldn't it be funny if I accidentally hit submit after I did that? That'd be kind of funny, wouldn't it? It actually would not be funny. I mean, I would laugh for a little bit, but... All fetches, no targets? Yeah, just 11 fetches. I never like Moon against them. Every time I have Moon, they just Ragavan me. Maybe I have enough outs to Ragavan that Moon is fine. I don't know. It's tough. It's better on the play. It's worse on the draw. Maybe I should be bringing it on the play. It's good. I could see you having it on the play. I don't like it on the draw, but it is better on the play, for sure. Does Cavern always come out on the play? Yeah. Most matchups, I kind of want to... I think I probably have one too many Caverns, and I think you should cut all 3. I think you should cut 3 of them when you're on the play. Or, like, have 3 in your sideboard when you're on the play. Because it is just so bad. The second one's just... It's unplayable. I kind of want to petty theft this. Why do I want to petty theft this? I don't know. I'm getting the vibe that I want to petty theft this because then if they go land DRC Ragavan, I just did destroy them, right? I think I want to petty theft this. Play my island so they can't drown the petty thefts, and they just have to hold up 2 mana for drown. And the cool thing about this is if they hold up 2 mana for drown, I'm just not going to play Shardless. I'm just going to cast this. Spell Pierce. Good beats. Alright, well now I have to cast the Shardless. Get drowned. Hopefully I don't have an answer to the Shardless so I can trade for the Ragavan. I feel like that's worse for me if they have drown, because at least if I play Shardless and they have drown, I get a blocker for the Ragavan, so. I know you know what's going on. Good. Probably have drown. Double Spell Pierce, huh? Cool. Why are you end of turning that with your treasure? Just untap and tap your steam vents. There's literally no reason to do that at end of turn. You would want to just untap and use the steam vents. Just giving up a treasure for free. Interesting. You know what I can do? I can fire these two. And if they drown the fire, I can endurance myself. Is that even good? They have 2 cards in hand after that. They get a Surveil. It's an interesting turn. I'm not sure what to do here. Really not sure what to do here, chat. Because, like, if I fire, they drown, I endurance pitch Shardless, I have nothing left. Like, I just have a Teferi and nothing. So maybe I should just lead on Shardless? If I Shardless, they drown the Footfalls, I have a 2/2 to block. It's really close. I'm really not sure. This is a tough turn. A lot of tough turns with Rhinos. Predict they surveil a Memnite? Come on, man. Tough turn. I might screenshot this and put this to Twitter, because I want to see what Twitter thinks. I really don't know what to do here. I play a lot of Rhinos, and I still don't know what I should do here. Yeah, like, I think firing is right. The question is, if they drown, do you endurance? I think I do. Just, like, play a top deck war. I think I like firing, too. Doing this now because if they have drown, they're forced to crack the treasure, and they missed a land drop last turn. So I think I like this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. What, do they have the 3rd Spell Pierce? Well, I'll just pay. I could pay for Spell Pierce. I hope they have the 3rd Spell Pierce. I could pay for that shit. I don't care about Spell Pierce. Spell Pierce does not matter. What if they have quad Spell Pierce? They're really tanking on this. I mean, I think if they have drown, they fire it off, right? Is there any reason they wouldn't drown this? Can't think so. You know my opponent IRL? Nice. Show me that drown. Show me that drown. Alright, they tanked and drowned it. So, I think I should fetch first. And then endurance myself. And I want to shuffle the endurance back in, I think. Yeah. Alright. Your turn. Again, the problem is I don't have a lot left over, but... Alright. I hope I draw to their endurance. I guess they don't have a land, right? Oh. It's too easy. It's too easy. It's way too easy. Good play, Doomlake. Good play, Doomlake. Good play, Doom. Good play. Shout out to making good plays. Terminate. Alright, I'm gonna hold my land. Why am I holding my land? I don't know, just to make them think I have a spell. How much does it cost for the bean? It costs the same as an MTGO premium subscription. Are they gonna trade? Kinda down for a trade. Or I could ice attack for 6. But if I ice attack for 6, I lose the dress down. You want to just play a longer game? Offer trade, ice their land? Yeah. I guess I could also just not attack and then ice on their turn. I think offering the trade is fine. I mean, they're going to block, right? There's no way they don't take the trade here. Like, I can't imagine a world they don't take the trade here, but I think the trade's not too bad. Like, they're missing land drops, so I can kind of time walk them a little bit. Like, I don't care if this makes Shadow bigger. I guess I lose to removal spell plus dress down, right? But I was dead to that regardless, unless I leave both back. Well, I can just ice the Shadow. Well, actually, no. If they don't block that, I just ice the Shadow, right? Yeah, if they don't block, I ice the Shadow. 100%. If they do block, then I ice the Watery Grave. It's a pretty interesting game. Really interesting game. Yeah, if they don't block, we're just going to ice the Shadow. If they do block, then I'll ice the Grave. I'll play my land this turn. I think I'm actually going to untap my land if they... Yeah, because I want to be able to ice into Violent Outburst. Yeah, so I'm gonna play my land untapped if they don't block. If they do block. If they don't block, then I'm gonna play this tapped because I'm tapping the Shadow. Okay, they blocked. Block happens. Play Temple Garden untapped. Pass. Upkeep, ice the Watery Grave, so they can't play more Shadows. Shocked in case I drew Violent Outburst. Or Brazen Borrower, or Endurance. There's a lot of cards I could draw. Should I upkeep this to play around Drown? I think I should upkeep this. Pretty good draw step. I got the third Spell Pierce. I drew really well this game. Not gonna lie. I drew particularly well this game. GG's. Like, I drew very well. I did draw very well, but I think I had to, like, I don't know. I think I like the way I played this game. The turn where I got the fire plus endurance, that was a really close turn. If I was at 14, then it's a different story. Because then I don't care if they have Dress that. I can just go to 1. But this hand's really sketchy. I think I'm going to keep it on the play, though. Now just started creeping in near the end. Did they know I was going to keep a 2-lane hand on the play? It's a little sketchy. What's the prediction like? 59-41? It's not too bad. Let's get Ketria Triome. Had it. Had it. Had it the whole time, chat. Oh. It's not what I expected. Not what I expected at all. Expected Murktide. I don't know why I expected Murktide, but... Alright, now I need a White Source. It's not a White Source. Did beat this deck earlier this league. Uh-oh. 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 Good news is this matchup gets a lot better after sideboarding. Game 1 may be a little rough, but this matchup does get a lot better after sideboarding. They took the Cascade spell, so that means they have Force. Or maybe a second Grief. Alright, well, I don't really have a choice. I have to get Hallowed Fountain too, so I can hardcast the Brazen Borrowers, but... Alright, show me the Force. I mean, don't show me the Force, but... And they know my hand. I guess the good news is they can't cast Violent Outburst currently. We also don't really have a clock, though, because I don't have the Cascade spell. It's Fairy. Damn it. Play the Cavern so they don't know what I drew. We're probably dead, though. Oh, what's up, Edneil? Enlil. GG's, buddy. That was a sweet match. There was this one turn. So I know that the turn that I tanked super long, that was the turn where I cast the fire and endurance myself. I really didn't know what I was supposed to do that turn. It was a super hard turn. Like, I could have played Shardless, let you drown that, had the Shardless back to block these two, but if you flip Delirium on this, it's pretty bad for me. I could have played Teferi, but then if you drown that, I don't have a blocker for the Ragavan. It was a really tough turn. I kind of liked the line that I took. I got very lucky after that. I'm not gonna argue with that, but it was a really tough line. What constitutes a song? Where does a whole concept album come into the mix? What do you mean? I mean, if they play a Cascade spell, I'm conceding. Which I assume they are. I guess I'll make them show me the living ends. Just in case they have them in their hand. We're dead. Right, exactly, yeah. Ben, thank you so much for the raid, buddy. Appreciate that. Hope you had a good stream. Alright, so on the play against Living End, we're going to cut Dead Gone, Bone Crusher Giant, Ardent Plea. Yeah, this is what we did the last time. Submit. Alright, we have a lot of sideboard cards. Like, look at our post-board configuration against Living End. Look at how much stuff we have. Like, these are all just absurd cards against them. Maybe Dispute's not absurd, but, like, these 14 are all just, like, kind of lights out. So I feel like the matchup should be good after sideboarding. I don't know. I feel like it should be. Like, I don't know how much better we can make our deck against Living End. We already have just, like, 14 Haymakers. Like, I don't know what else I'm supposed to do. No, the first Living End was the first league. So we played against it once in the first league, we lost. And then this is the second league. And we played against it... Jesus. I'll play this first in case I want to fetch basics. That's gross. But we played against it once in this league, and we beat it earlier. We did beat it before, but... Alright, go. I have to hope they have a bunch of non-basics in their hand, because if they fetch Forest Island, I'm kind of fucked. Good news is they probably won't expect Blood Moon out of a 4-color deck, right? Like, there's no way they would expect me to bring in Blood Moon. I'm playing 4 colors, so they probably shouldn't play around it, unless it's free for them too, but... Okay, that's a good sign. I'm gonna fetch the island here, because I don't want to draw a basic island. I want to draw... Oh, if I get basic island, I actually can't cast the Outburst. Right? Oh god, this is so awkward. Oh no! I guess I shouldn't have fetched, right? Like, I can't just slam Blood Moon next turn with no basics, right? I guess I can fetch basic island, hope to peel a fetch that finds green, and then with island, forest, mountain, then I'm set, right? Because then I can cast the Outburst. I should have not fetched, though. Yeah, that was a bad fetch. I'm thinking if I want to ignore the Blood Moon and just like try to Outburst with Force Up and hope that's good enough. Maybe that's a better plan. You know what? I actually do think it's a better plan. I think I just kind of have to ignore the Blood Moon. Feels bad, but... Waker of Waves. This is really annoying. This would have been fine if they didn't have this ley line, but... I mean, they are at 13, so... That is at least a good thing for us. I also can't get a basic. Well, I can get a basic mountain, but... I can't get a basic island. Alright, I'm actually going to... dispute this? Or I could just YOLO. I could just YOLO and go Force, Pitch, Dispute, Cast Outburst, and hope it's good enough. I think I probably just YOLO this, right? Yeah, I can't afford to take a turn off of not casting the RHINOS. I think I have to YOLO. I can't Endurance, they have a ley line. I can't target them. I mean, I'm allowed to cast the Endurance, but it doesn't do anything. Because they have the stupid ley line. The ley line really, really fucked me up this game. Oh, wait, I could just cast this and then slam Blood Moon. What am I saying? Yeah, I just cast this and play Blood Moon. I guess they could have Force for the Blood Moon, but... So if they have Force another Cascade spell, then we're dead, but... If they don't force the Blood Moon, they probably lose. I feel like they have Force, though. What? How did my main phase stop get removed? I didn't... What? I did not remove my fucking main phase stop. Come on, man. Alright, well, they conceded anyways. Okay. Whoo! Okay. We dodged a bullet there, chat. I don't know how my main phase stopper got removed. How does that even happen? How does that even happen? I didn't fucking click on anything. Yeah, they don't know about Blood Moon either. Barely holding on to smoke. What did we cut? We ended up cutting 2 lands. What lands did we cut on the draw for the caverns? I think we got 2 lands and a Fire Ice, which I'm gonna do. I want to cut not basic lands because of Blood Moon. I think Sacred Foundry can probably go. Inner Machine. Oh, yeah, the basic mountain. I'm an idiot. Yeah, there's no reason to cut Sacred Founder of a basic mountain. What am I doing? Right, the basic mountain's a much better cut. No, you're right. The basic mountain would have been a better cut. I mean, I think this hand's good, right? We get to go Caverns, pitch Caverns. Turn 1, suspend Footfalls, play tap Triome, and then slam Teferi on turn 2. I think it's good enough. Right? Yeah, when you get to Caverns, pitch Caverns, it's dope. Okay, that's actually quite a good draw. I might not go for Tef on turn 2, though. Because they do play Mystical Dispute. But maybe I just jam it. We'll see what we draw. It'd be a lot easier if I draw an Endurance. Yeah, I kind of don't want to get disputed. Maybe I'm supposed to Outburst, hold up, Force plus pitch Tef. I think I'm going to hold up Outburst here. Yeah, this band is incredible. I love this band. Okay, they didn't have a Cycler. Oh, they don't have a third land? It's really good for me. Because they can't dispute the Outburst. It's really good for me, chat. And then I get to hold up, Force. Chat, we're looking good. Believers are looking good, I should say. Not the doubters, but the believers are looking good. I feel so separated. Believers looking good. Could have a Petty Thefts. How about those believers now, huh? How about those believers now? Oh, I don't have 3 blue. I'm still going to lose the Violent Outburst plus Force. Shit. Okay. Alright, well, I'm still going to lose to Outburst plus Force. I don't have an extra blue. I thought I had 3 blue. Alright, well, shit. Still probably going to lose. When I Tef hold up Dispute. I mean, I think it just forced the Tef, right? Maybe that was better. Yeah, maybe that was better. Yeah, I could have just played Tef last turn and hold up Dispute, right? Why didn't I do that? I should have done that. Yeah, this is bad. I'm an idiot. I thought I had 3 blue. I played this and thought I had 3 blue and thought I could just go Force plus Hardcast Dispute. But I just, like, didn't realize I didn't have a 3rd blue. I just thought I had a 3rd blue source in play. Just a dumbass. Okay, cast this. Still maybe good enough. So now I can go... Do I just play Tef, hold up Dispute? Yeah, I think I Tef here, right? Yeah, now I Tef. Definitely Tef here. You have another Dispute? Okay, so bounce the Street Wraith and double block this. Yeah, I think bounce the Street Wraith, double block this. And then we can just Outburst again next turn. No, they can't even attack. Well, I mean, they can, right? Because if they attack Teferi and I let Teferi die, then... Yeah, if they attack Teferi and I let Teferi die, then they could have, like, a Petty Theft on my turn. So they could hypothetically attack Teferi. Like, am I going to let Teferi die? Well, I just double block and then kill them with the Outburst, right? Yeah, because now they're at 5. It's super easy now. Yeah, now I just snap double block. It's not even close. Because the upper still kills them because they're at 5. If they do, they die. I mean, if I let Teferi die, they could have interaction. That's why I didn't want to let Teferi die, right? But now they're dead. What a game. What a game. I almost threw that game. I almost threw that game. I just gotta make it entertaining, you know? I just have to make it entertaining. I am here to make entertaining content, okay, chat? That's what I'm here for.